Hello, you're welcome again to the teacher channel, and I want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart that you have come to this channel to support. Yes, by the time you watch this, the presentations, there are a lot of videos on this channel. By the time you watch them, you are really supporting. You are supporting me, you are supporting yourself, you are supporting the society, because you are learning something, some skills that could be very priceless during emergency. So it is actually why I decided to do this. So I thank those who have already subscribed. So if you have not, and this is your first time, or maybe you have visited this channel a number of times, but you have not subscribed, please, I am asking you to do that. The red button is a subscribe button. Just hit that button one time. I also ask you, if you don't mind, to like, just give a thumb up. Okay? I mean, thumb up is like you're doing a good job. Okay? Many people have come to me, many people have come to my training, they say, wow, the channel is rich. You have content, very, very useful content. So why not show that by giving a thumb up? Hit that thumb up button, hit it. Only one time. But you can hit it as many times. No, you can hit it in other videos, okay? You can also put your comment. Comment is important. Just the comment button. Just how do you feel? Are you helped? Did you learn anything? Do you even have question? If you have question, yeah, ask. Trust me, I'm going to respond to your question. Okay, and more importantly, you can share the video, share them, share to family members. Who is not interested in first aid? Who is not interested in saving life? Is there anybody that is not interested in saving life? Okay, so share. You don't know who is going to get it. You don't know who is going to be the savior when there is emergency. So that's the reason why it is important for us to even know or make sure that people around us know what to do during emergency. So this is part 4, basic concepts as they concern first aid. First aid is emergency care given to somebody who is ill or who is injured. Emergency is unexpected. Emergency is unplanned. It can happen anytime, any day. But we have to be ready. We have to really be ready so that when it shows up, we're going to respond. We're going to push back. Okay? So knowledge is power, and that is what we're doing here. Building ourselves, empowering ourselves, getting ourselves ready. So that when that unpleasant situation shows up, we are not going to waste time but to respond. Okay? So part 4 is where we are, part 4. So what that means that there are already part 3, part 1, 2, 3. If you have not watched those videos, please do. They are very vital, they are very rich, they're very, very uplifting. They will help you. They will give you more information and get you ready. Okay, so first thing first. Okay, first thing should be first. Alright, so that is the theme of this presentation. First thing should be first. First thing first. So when you do first aid, there are some things you are expected to do first. Okay? If you are not doing those things, you are putting yourself in a very serious jeopardy. you are putting yourself in a very serious problem, okay? And one of them is safety. Your personal safety. Personal safety is number one. So, safety first. So, one of the first things you do first should be making sure that you are safe. You don't want to be another victim trying to help another person. Okay? So you don't want that to happen. So that should be prevented as much as possible. And it is within your ability to do that. So you must be very conscious, very, very conscious of your personal safety. From beginning to the end, from the start to finish. In the middle way, you have to be very conscious of your safety before you start, while you are doing it. As long as it lasts, you must be conscious of your safety. So the first thing you do is to make sure that the scene, make sure the area, the immediate environment where emergency has happened, where the patient is staying at the moment, make sure that you are safe. Make sure that there is no hazards. Make sure that there are no dangers. There are nothing that is going to lead to harm. Okay? So you have to do it first. You'll be taking very big risk if you skip checking for safety. And it is easy to do. Very easy. One of the simplest things to do is to check that your personal safety is there. Look up, look down, look around. Usually make a 360-degree check. Okay? Make sure there's no wet floor. Make sure the carpet is not folded. Okay? Make sure there's no onrushing vehicle. If you need to cross the road, let's assume the emergency has happened on the other side of the road and you are on this other side and you need to cross over. Okay, you have to do those checks. It may look simple, it may sound insignificant, but it's very, very crucial, very, very important. It's the key. Okay, it's the key because we don't want another victim. Somebody is already a victim, somebody is already down, somebody is already in need. So if you skip this, if you're not careful, you become another victim, and that will make the situation more complex. We don't want that, and it is preventable. Okay, so safety first. Another thing you have to do first, among the things you should do first, is protection. Safety and protection are not the same. They are related somehow, but I've already told you that when you talk about safety, you're talking about environmental hazards, you're talking about environmental factors that could result in harm, that could actually hurt you one way or the other. Okay? But protection, when we talk about protection, we're talking about disease transmission. Okay? Disease transmission. So protection is any measure that you take to prevent disease transmission. Okay? Either from you, the first aider, to the patient, or the other way around, from patient to you. So that link. So when you talk about protection, you are actually putting a barrier that is going to cut off that link through which the disease-causing organism can move from one end to another end, from one point to another point. So protection is meant to put a layer to cut it off. Okay, that bridge must be cut off through protective measures. Okay, so again, you have to also be very, very conscious of your protection throughout your time providing care. So it's not what you do at point A and then you don't do at point B, or what you do at point B and you don't do at point C. So you have to be very, very conscious. And let me tell you the reason why you have to be very conscious of your protection, why you have to protect yourself is, the reason is because everybody is potentially infectious. Everybody. Any patient is potentially infectious. It doesn't matter the status, it doesn't matter the age. Everybody that lives on this earth is potentially infectious because disease runs in the blood and it is concealed. You don't see it, I don't see it. These disease-causing germs, organisms, they are so microscopic, they are so small. You can't see them with your naked eye. You can't see them with your eyes. You can't. So if you are not conscious of your protection and you don't care, you're not conscious, you can contract disease. You can even transmit disease to somebody else. So there are four modes of transmission, four modes of disease transmission. Number one is direct contact. So direct contact is one of the channels through which disease can transmit. Number two, indirect contact. Indirect contact is another mode of transmission. And airborne. Airborne is through breathing through the air. And D is what you call vector. Vector-borne. So vector-borne. So those are the four modes of transmission. Four channels through which disease can transmit. Four modes of transmission. Four modes of transmission. Okay. So when you when you talk about protection, you're talking about preventing disease transmitting through direct contact, through indirect contact, airborne, vector-borne. So there are some measures. Hand washing is the most basic and most important. You are also expected to use your gloves, especially when you are dealing with the blood, dealing with the vomit and bodily fluid. So you are expected to have your gloves, okay? And then after you provide care, carefully remove. Make sure that you don't touch the contaminated part. Okay, so I will show you how to remove. So after you provide care, okay, make sure you pull it up, okay, like that. Make sure that you don't touch the dirty part, okay, and then you can discard. Hand washing is important. Hand sanitization, so that is another thing that you can use to protect yourself. Okay, you sanitize, and of course the mask is also important. Okay, the mask is important. This is against airborne transmission. There are many things you use, like pocket mask. When you do CPR, you breathe through pocket mask or face shield. Okay, so first thing first, be very, very conscious of your safety. Your protection is important. Don't take it for granted. Don't take unnecessary risk. Shield yourself, protect yourself. You can do it. It is within your power. So thank you very much. And in my next presentation, which will be part 5, I'll be talking about something more interesting. So please, if you have not subscribed, do so. Like, share. Thank you.